first time in Key West.
It is my first time in Key West.
So, how does it feel to be here, being recognized as a songwriter? This isn't just an artist performance or an acoustic festival. This is Songwriters Festival.
It's really cool. My grandfather was a country singer-songwriter, and he was a BMI writer. And I'll never forget signing up to be a BMI writer, and I'll never forget getting my first royalty check from BMI. It was $55. And so that's been a few years ago, and I still hope that those checks keep getting bigger, but
I bet to your grandfather that $55 check would have meant a lot more, right?
Yeah, it's great to be here and be, part of a songwriters festival. Songwriting is something that's very important to me, and I think that if the performance side of things, at some point comes to an end for me, I don't think that I'll ever be able to quit writing. I don't think I'll ever be able to quit playing live either,
right.
But I mean, it's something that I feel like is part of who I am, and I'm really grateful to be here. So
clearly in your genes.
Thanks.
Your grandfather did it. And Ex-Old Man, I know that that's a very personal song for you.
Yeah.
Obviously comes from not the best place, but yet you put this kind of humorous spin on it. And I love how you can bring humor to that topic.
Thank you.
I've been through the same thing. I know what it's like.
Nobody should have to go through that.
No. And I've been there, so I get it. And now it's one of those things where I can laugh at it now. Is that kind of how it was?
That's exactly what it was. When we wrote that song, I wrote it with Paul Overstreet, and when I wrote it, it was personally like 10 years old news for me.
Okay.
And so I had no intention.
Like clearly that can't be fresh.
No intention.
Fresh news.
Of writing the song, and we were writing another song, and in passing I made a comment about the fact that I have an ex-husband and an ex-best girlfriend, and Paul was like, "What? Tell me a little bit more about that." And so that's how the song came to be, and I was like, whatever, like it happened. Funny story, I'm being here in Key West. This is my first time in Key West. We went to visit Ernest Hemingway's house today, and we get to the room, like the kitchen, the dining room, and the tour guide was talking about Ernest's first wife, and his first wife introduced him to her best friend. And turns out Ernest runs off with his wife's best friend, and I was just like, oh my goodness. Because I was with friends and they were looking at me and laughing.
What a jerk, Ernest.
But
clearly that's a common topic.
I guess so.
It's happened, I'm sure, to a few people out there.
Unfortunately.
But you probably wrote the best song about it.
Thanks.
Seriously. That also can kind of make you laugh a little bit when you're listening to it. Definitely, it's not maybe sad topic, but not a sad song. For you, what's coming up next? So obviously you've had some great success with some very recent past projects, but what's coming up in the future?
Working on new music and working on a new album that hopefully will be out later this year. So
wonderful. Now I know you're kind of a rocker chick, as am I. Dig your style. And I know you have some wrist tattoos, as do I. We need to compare. Yeah. What are yours all about?
This is the first one that I got. I got it in 2005, and this symbolizes a nail from where they nailed him to the cross. This symbolizes a thorn from his crown, and Lord knows I'm no holy roller, but my faith is important.
Yeah. And see, we got a little thing going on there. All right.
This one, I
so pretty.
Designed this myself. I knew I wanted the word believe, I knew I wanted a music note, and I knew I wanted a star. And I woke up in the middle of the night on January 3rd, 2011, and I drew it on a sticky note, and I kept it with me, and I signed my first record deal on April 22nd, 2011.
Wow.
And so that afternoon I went and got this tattoo. And I've actually started a line of jewelry
Yeah.
Like this necklace that I have on. It's little leather pieces
Oh, yeah.
that have
Okay.
the believe on it. I have necklaces. I have
more.
earrings. I have keychains. I have
for you, girl.
the little
Oh my God, I love
hair
it.
tie bracelets. I have headbands, which I need to get you a headband.
Clearly, I'm obsessed.
I
I wear
have
them all the time.
T-shirts and wine glass charms, and it's just growing. But the great thing that I'm really excited about the line most is that 15% of all sales goes to survivors of domestic and sexual violence. And so it's something that I've been really passionate about doing for a
Really
long time.
powerful.
That's what's going on.
Singer-songwriter,
That's what the
jewelry
tattoo
designer.
thing
I
is.
love it.
So, but I'm.
Oh,
yeah.
well, I need some of these, so we're gonna work something out here. We're gonna work something out. Well, cannot wait to see you on stage. So excited for your show. We will definitely have some Eat Travel Rock TV, a little cheering section for you. So,
Thank you.
thanks, Kristen.